There are some people out there that work really hard, but for some reason they never become rich. Maybe they make a little money here and there, but it never grows to the wealth they want. The money they make seems to just slip through their fingers. You ever wonder why? Well, the answer to that is quite complex, but it can usually be dumbed down to their money habits. And unfortunately for them, they're not good money habits. If this sounds like you, then make sure to watch until the end as we dive into 15 bad money habits you need to break immediately. Impulse buying. We've all been guilty of it. It's that tempting candy bar at the checkout line or the flash sale on a product you didn't even know you wanted until you saw it. But why do we do it? It's our brain's reward system responding to the immediate gratification of obtaining something new, often outweighing the long-term benefit of saving money. But here's the catch. These unplanned purchases can add up quickly, putting a dent in our wallets and our financial plans. So how do we fight it? Start by creating a shopping list and sticking to it. This helps you focus on what you need rather than what you want. Also, consider adopting a cooling-off period for any non-essential purchases. This gives you time to reflect on whether you really need that item or if it's just an impulse buy. So next time you're tempted by that shiny new gadget, take a step back and think it through. Remember, money saved is money earned. Ever feel the pressure to keep up with your neighbor's flashy lifestyle? This is a trap known as keeping up with the Joneses, a dangerous game that can lead you down a path of financial ruin. It's about trying to match or outdo someone else's lifestyle, often leading to overspending and financial stress. Let's take a look at some real-life examples. Remember John, who bought a luxury car he couldn't afford just because his friend got one? Or Sarah, who splurged on high-end designer outfits to fit in with her wealthy colleagues. Before they knew it, their bank accounts were dwindling and they were drowning in debt. The truth is, this race has no finish line. There will always be someone with a bigger house, a newer car, or a more exotic vacation. What's crucial is understanding your financial limits and living within them. After all, your financial peace is more important than someone else's perception of you. Living in the moment can be great, but not when it comes to your finances. Picture this. You're the life of the party, buying rounds of drinks, always in the latest designer clothes, and vacationing in exotic locations. But behind the scenes, your credit card bills are stacking up, your savings account is dwindling, and your financial future is looking bleak. This, my friends, is living beyond your means, and it's a dangerous game to play. The consequences can be severe. Mounting debt, a tarnished credit score, and a life of financial stress. But there's a solution at your fingertips. Welcome to the world of budgeting. By tracking your income and expenses, you can regain control over your financial life. There are numerous apps and techniques available, from old school spreadsheets to modern budgeting tools that connect directly to your bank account. Remember, it's not about how much you earn, but how much you save. Credit cards, a useful tool when used correctly, a debt trap when misused. It's easy to fall into the trap of paying only the minimum amount due each month. Sure, it keeps the collectors at bay, but it also keeps you in debt longer. Why? Because while you're paying off a small portion of your debt, the rest continues to accumulate interest, and not just any interest. Credit card interest rates are infamous for being exceptionally high. This is how the minimum payment loop begins, and it can be a tough one to break free from. But don't despair, there are strategies to help you escape this cycle. Start by prioritizing your credit card payments. Aim to pay more than the minimum amount, even if it's just a bit more, every bit helps. Try to cut back on other non-essential expenses to free up some extra cash. Remember, paying off your credit card in full each month is a habit worth developing. Scene script. Are you earning what you're worth? If not, it's time to speak up. One of the bad money habits many of us fall into is never asking for a raise. You might feel uncomfortable discussing money, but remember, it's an essential part of your career growth. It's all about advocating for your worth. To negotiate effectively, you need to be prepared. Research the average salary for your position in your industry and location. Know your accomplishments and how they've benefited the company. When you walk into that room, you need to be able to confidently express why you deserve a raise. Approach the conversation with a positive attitude and be ready to listen as well. It's not just about making demands, but understanding your employer's perspective. And finally, don't be afraid of rejection. If you don't get a yes this time, ask for feedback and use it to fuel your future efforts. Remember, if you don't ask, the answer is always no. Money sitting idle in your bank account is money not working for you. It's like having a car but never driving it. You wouldn't do that, would you? So why let your money gather dust? The trick is to make your money work for you, and the way to do that is through investing. Investing is simply the process of allocating your money in the expectation of some benefit in the future. It's like planting a seed today and reaping the fruits tomorrow. You have a slew of options to choose from: stocks, bonds, mutual funds, real estate, and even more unique avenues like cryptocurrency. Think of it this way: when you invest, you're buying a day in the future when you don't have to work. It's your ticket to financial freedom. Investing is not as scary as it seems, it just requires a bit of learning and patience. As your income grows, so does your spending. But should it? This, my friends, is the essence of lifestyle inflation. It's a sneaky little monster that crawls into our lives almost unnoticed. One day, you're happy with a simple cup of coffee. The next, it's only the fancy latte from the expensive cafe that satisfies. This gradual increase in spending, often proportional to your income, can be a real budget buster and derail your financial goals. So how can you combat this? First, be aware. Recognize when you're spending more just because you can. Second, prioritize saving. As your income increases, so should your savings. Lastly, learn to differentiate between needs and wants. A need is something essential for survival, while a want is something that is nice to have, but not necessary. Remember, more income should mean more savings, not more spending. Keep this mantra in mind and you'll keep lifestyle inflation in check. Your money is safe under your mattress, but is it growing? It's time to bust the myth that hoarding cash is a good idea. Sure, it might seem comforting to have a stash of bills within arm's reach, but this habit can actually cost you in the long run. Firstly, inflation is a silent thief. It erodes your purchasing power over time. Today's $100 won't buy as much in 10 years, thanks to inflation. Secondly, cash kept at home doesn't earn interest. It's like a seed that never gets planted, it won't grow. Don't let your hard-earned money sit idle. Instead, consider opening a savings account. Banks pay interest on your balance, allowing your money to grow over time. And if you're feeling a little adventurous, try dipping your toes into the world of investing. With proper research and prudent choices, your money can work for you, earning returns that outpace inflation. Let your money work for you, not the other way around. Lending money to a friend in need is noble, but it can also lead to financial and relationship strain. Imagine this scenario. You loan a significant sum to a close friend with the promise of repayment. Months, even years pass, and not a dime has been returned. It's a tale as old as time, and it often ends with you, the lender, feeling frustrated and resentful. So how do you navigate these tricky waters? First, consider the person you're lending to. If they have a history of poor money management, you might want to reconsider the loan. If you do decide to extend financial help, treat it like a business transaction. Write down the terms and conditions, and perhaps even consider a formal contract. But the golden rule of lending money? Never lend money you aren't willing to lose. This way, if repayment never comes, you're not left in a financial bind. Remember, your financial security should never be jeopardized by someone else's financial irresponsibility. Taxes, no one likes them, but they're a part of life. We all have to pay our fair share, but what happens when we don't? When you neglect your tax responsibilities, you're inviting trouble. The penalties can range from financial fines all the way to legal implications. It's a slippery slope that starts with a single unpaid tax bill and can quickly snowball into a mountain of debt. But wait, before you start panicking, there's a silver lining. With proper tax planning, you can ensure you're not paying more than necessary. There are numerous tax-saving strategies that you can employ. For instance, consider investing in tax-advantaged accounts or making charitable contributions. Also, remember to keep yourself updated with the latest tax laws. They change frequently, and staying informed can help you take advantage of any new deductions or credits. Remember, it's not about how much you earn, but how much you keep after taxes. Investing can be a minefield if you don't know what you're doing. It's like trying to navigate a labyrinth blindfolded. While the prospect of high returns can be enticing, it's crucial to understand what you're putting your hard-earned money into. Picture this: you're presented with a complex financial instrument filled with jargon and numbers. It promises high returns, but do you really understand how it works? If the answer is no, step away. One of the biggest mistakes you can make is investing in something you don't fully comprehend. It's a fast track to potential financial loss. Instead, focus on education. Arm yourself with knowledge about different investment options. Understand their risks and rewards. Consult with financial advisors if needed. Investing isn't a game of luck, it's a game of strategy, and the best strategy is always built on a foundation of understanding. Remember, never invest in something you don't understand. Scene script. Are you making the most of your tax-advantaged accounts? Failing to maximize these options is a common bad money habit. With tax-advantaged accounts like 401, APOs, and individual retirement accounts or IRAs, you can grow your money while also receiving tax benefits. These accounts can be a powerful tool for saving and investing, especially when it comes to planning for retirement. For instance, contributions to 401(k) and traditional IRAs are often tax-deductible, meaning they can lower your taxable income for the year. Moreover, any earnings or gains from these accounts typically aren't taxed until you make a withdrawal, generally in retirement, when you might be in a lower tax bracket. And let's not forget about Roth IRAs, where you pay taxes up front, but all future withdrawals, including earnings, are tax-free. These benefits can significantly increase your net worth over time, so it's crucial to contribute regularly and maximize your contributions if possible. Remember, it's not about how much money you make, it's about how much money you keep. In today's world, relying on a single income stream is a risky move. Let's take a moment to explore why. You see, the financial landscape is ever-changing, and unexpected events can disrupt our primary income source. Job loss, economic downturns, or even health issues can turn our financial world upside down. So how do we mitigate this risk? The answer lies in diversification. Diversifying your income means creating multiple revenue streams. It's the financial equivalent of not putting all your eggs in one basket. Think about it this way. If one of your income streams stumbles, you'll have others to lean on. Now, you might be wondering, how do I diversify my income? Well, the opportunities are plentiful. You could invest in stocks or real estate, start a side business, freelance, or even rent out a room on Airbnb. There's a sea of possibilities out there waiting for you to dive in. Remember, multiple streams of income are better than one. Budgeting, it's not the most exciting task, but it's a crucial one. Like a roadmap for your finances, a budget guides you on your journey to financial success. Ignoring budgeting is akin to setting off on a voyage without a compass. You might still reach your destination, but it'll likely take longer and involve unnecessary detours. A budget is more than just a ledger of income and expenses. It's a tool that helps you prioritize your spending, control your money, and plan for the future. And it provides a clear picture of where your money is going, allowing you to identify and cut unnecessary expenses. In today's digital age, budgeting has become easier than ever. Numerous apps and tools are available that can automate the process, track your spending, and even offer personalized advice. From simple spreadsheets to sophisticated financial software, there's a budgeting tool for everyone. Remember, a budget is telling your money where to go instead of wondering where it went. Get-rich-quick schemes. They sound too good to be true because they are. It's like magic, a grand spectacle promising instant wealth. But in reality, it's just smoke and mirrors. The truth is, these schemes are built on the hope and dreams of the unsuspecting. Imagine this: you're approached with an opportunity to invest in an innovative project. It promises astronomical returns in just a few months. But as time goes on, you realize your investment isn't growing, it's shrinking. You've become another victim of a get-rich-quick scheme. These schemes are not about you getting rich. It's about the person selling you the dream getting rich off your hard-earned money. It's important to remember, there's no shortcut to wealth. It takes time, patience, and consistent effort. Don't let the appeal of quick money cloud your judgment. Do your research. Make informed decisions. Remember, the only way to get rich quick is to do it slow. We've covered a lot of ground today, but remember, breaking bad money habits doesn't happen overnight. It's about acknowledging these habits, from impulse buying to ignoring lifestyle inflation, and taking action to change them. It's about knowing your worth and not being afraid to ask for a raise, diversifying your income streams, and understanding the importance of investing wisely. It's about breaking free from the debt cycle by paying more than just the minimum on your credit card. And it's about budgeting to live within your means. We've also discussed the importance of not keeping your money under the mattress, but rather taking advantage of banking solutions. And let's not forget, avoiding get-rich-quick schemes, because financial independence isn't a sprint, it's a marathon. Remember, the journey to financial independence starts with one step. Take that step today.